everyone, and welcome to What's on Yanni's Mind. And if you're thinking what I'm thinking, then you know great minds think alike. Let's jump right into it. This is the first, will I call it episode? I don't know if it's really episode, but anywho, this is the very first one. So I'm just going to do a quick little breakdown on what we will be doing here, you guys, on this little episode. I don't know what else to try to call it. It's not really episodes, but anyway, y'all get the point. We're gonna fast forward past all of that. So I'm just gonna do a quick breakdown of what to expect when you click on these little shindigs, what's on Yanni's mind. We're gonna always start off with supporter questions. Do feel free to comment below any questions that you have for me. Keep them respectful, but it's free of range, so you can ask me about me personally, me being a mom, my relationship, blah blah blah. Or you can, if you follow me on Instagram, you can DM me and ask me on Instagram the questions, and I'll jot all of them down and I'll be sure to answer them. Right now I'm just going to start off by answering one at the beginning, just because I have to give you time to ask more questions. I'm just answering questions that I've been asked, like anytime we went live on TikTok and stuff like that. So right now I'll do one, but the more and more questions I start to get, then I'll probably up them to like 2 or 3 questions at the beginning of each one. So we're going to start with the question. We're going to jump right into our topic of the day. And these topics are random, you guys. They're going to just be random, what's on my mind. Like the title, it is self-explanatory, what's on my mind. So it's just going to be random things, you guys. It is opinion based. So, do keep that in mind. I'm going to be speaking on my perspective on things. I'm going to be speaking on my opinion on things. So, let's not get in our feelings about anything. And feel free to also comment how you guys feel, because I'm curious. Like, I know everybody, it's so many of us in this world, and I know everybody has their own little opinions, and I think it's interesting. I think it's really interesting to hear other perspectives on the same topic. So anywho, we're going to jump into the topic, and then after that, we're going to always end them with a verse of the day. And yeah, that's it, you guys. So they're going to be quick, not that long. I like to ramble. I like to talk. If y'all know me, then y'all know that. Even if you know me personally, if you know me just from social media, you know I like to ramble. So this is my type of get up. So anyway, I do want to start this one by saying, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share these videos, and we're going to jump into it. So my question today is going to be, how long have you and Tor been together? So we have been together for 6 years and I think 5 months now. 5 months, I believe. It'll be 7 years come July 7th, and we would have been married for 4 years at that point as well. So that's the question of the day. So go ahead and pause this right now and ask any questions that you have below so that you don't forget by the time this video is over with. So the topic today, you guys, forgive and forget. I don't know why that was on my mind. Okay, so forgive and forget, you guys. I know that is impossible. So let me do break down what I mean by forgive and forget, and then I'll explain why I chose this as a topic. And no, I don't mean forgive and forget as in I think that people can forgive and forget. Now, we are all supposed to forgive. So let me start by saying that forgiving is important, you guys. We can't expect to not forgive each other and then expect the Most High God to forgive us for things that we do constantly every day. You feel what I'm saying? I'm just leave that there. But seriously, you guys, we have to forgive. Now, forget. Everybody know that's impossible. You can't forget how someone made you feel. That's in relationships, that's in friendships, that's in any type of relationship, period, because a relationship is just a relationship between two people. So however that comes, you can't forget how someone made you feel. So with that being said, I picked this topic because I kind of wanted to talk about it in regards to relationships per se, me personally, because I have had different women reach out to me about relationship, related advice and questions on different scenarios and different occasions. Not too long ago, I had a question asked to me about, this woman. I'll never name drop. This woman hit me up asking me about, saying her man basically cheated or did something wrong, and she wanted to know if she should leave him, one, if she's stupid for staying with him. Basically, going further to tell me how she still is having, troubles getting over it and feeling like he's not doing enough to gain back that trust that he was the one who messed up, obviously. Okay, so how I feel about that, ladies, like I told her, well, first of all, I'll never tell someone if they should leave someone or stay with someone, right? Because at the end of the day, I feel like you have to do what makes you happy as an individual. Whether this is a stranger or whether this is someone that I'm cool with or my best friend, like, I still feel like you have to do what makes you happy. Now, with that being said, if you coming up to me and, you know what I'm saying, like, I'm seeing your face is tore up, like you getting beat on, you getting like really, physically your well-being is a concern for me, then I would definitely say leave. That is literally the only, like, that's the only time that I will put my 2 cents in enough to say leave. Other than that, like, I feel like you have to make that decision for yourself on what makes you truly happy when you lay down at night and go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want y'all to go to sleep blessed, not stressed. So whatever that is that does that for you, let's do that. But anyway, first things first, I never tell her, that part I can't really give you an answer to, right? But no, I don't think you're stupid for staying if that's what makes you happy, right? And then last but not least, here's how I feel about this last part that I said, right? If you as an individual decide to take your significant other back, male or female, does not matter. If you decide to take your significant other back after they have done something that you did not like and that you did not approve of, that made your trust just, right? If you decide to take them back, why make them pay for months and months and years for that same very thing that you decided to take them back for? Let me elaborate a little more. Why be miserable and make that other person miserable by continuing to let that one situation drag out and just become an everyday issue in y'all's relationship? It's not gonna go anywhere. It's not gonna go anywhere. This is where the forget part comes in, right? No, you can't forget what that person did to you. You can't forget how that person made you feel in that moment. You can't forget how you felt hearing whatever you heard from whoever you heard it from, right? Or seeing whatever you saw whenever you saw it. But at the same time, don't rush back into getting into a relationship if you aren't sure that you can let it go. I'm not saying forget, because I don't think you can. I don't think any of us can. But you can let it go. You can still forgive and let it go. So that's how I feel on that, you guys. That's my opinion. With that being said, I'm not saying for this other significant other, whether it's male or female, on y'all's half, I'm not saying do something, expect that person to forgive you and move on right away. I'm not saying that because that's hard, you guys. That is hard to go through something and then just the very next day act like it didn't happen. That's hard. It takes time to get over things. I just don't feel like it take months or years. And don't all come smashing at me at once. That's how I feel. Yes, y'all can say no, it takes a lot of time to get over this hurt or this whatever. And that's fine. If that takes you that amount of time, why drag the other person along if you're going to hang it over their heads? If you're going to take them back and say, yes, let's work through this, right? Do you mean it when you say it? Or it's just something for you to say? And you want them to fight so hard every day, every night, for months and months and years to get your trust back from that one situation. But expect them to remain happy. And then, that's when females or males or whoever feels like you the one who messed up, so you should do whatever it takes to gain anything back that I want you to gain back. Trust, love, whatever. Granted, I'm not disagreeing with that. You do have to earn that trust back, that love lost, or whatever the case may be. You do have to earn that back, you guys. But don't make it super hard for that person if you see they're trying. That was one thing with the lady that reached out to me. She said, she didn't feel like he was trying hard enough or cared enough to prove himself to her, and that he was getting frustrated with the fact that he felt like he was doing the most and doing the most and doing the most and not getting what he wanted out of it in return. That does, you guys, get frustrating for the other party in that relationship, for them to constantly feel like they're actually trying and you're not actually trying to forgive them and to move on from whatever it is. That being said, I am not denouncing anything. I am not saying that it is expected for the other person to just get over it like that. I'm not saying that at all. But if you indeed do decide to take that person back, I would just say, if anything, if I give any advice on this, my advice would be think hard on what you really want before you give that person an answer, whether that's you're going to stay or you're going to go. Just think really hard and mean what you say when you give your answer. Because if you say, I want to work through this, you actually have to want to work through it. And you working through it isn't you being like, ugh, like I can't believe you did that and it happened 10, 11 months ago, almost a year ago, and you still hanging on that. Then that just means you're never gonna get over it. You're never gonna get over it. So I don't see how you can carry on with a healthy relationship. That's how I feel. But anyway, I've dragged this out to the furthest I could drag it out. So we're going to go ahead and read our verse of the day and close this bad boy out, you guys. But do go ahead and comment down below. And ladies, fellas, whomever, comment down below and let me know how you feel. If you agree with me or if you disagree. And if you disagree, I would like to know why you disagree. And no love lost, no hard feelings, no none of that. I don't mean to put this out to be negative at all, by far. So it is just my opinion, like I stated several times. So do keep that in mind. But I would love to hear your argument on certain points that I may have made that you didn't agree with. Okay, so we're gonna do Matthew 6:14. For if ye forgive men their trespasses, your heavenly Father will also forgive you. I think that one works. I think that fits for today's topic, right, guys? So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you guys. And it's still Everything 7 family.
Took my heart. You never took my heart.